Welcome to the Random-esque Podcast with your hosts, Dr. Paul Banks and Jim Mooney. And remember, always stay random-esque.
What's up, Randomies? Hey!
How are we, Randomies?
Yes, welcome to the Random-esque Podcast, where we say, always stay
Random-esque.
We're your hosts, Jim and Paul. And hey, Paul, guess what?
What?
We're in the wild.
We're in the wild.
Yeah, we're not out in the wild.
We're in the wild in New Providence, New Jersey.
Yes, we are. We're broadcasting from my home here in New Providence, New Jersey.
And what a lovely home it is.
Oh, thank you. That's actually all thanks to my wife, Barb, and her beautiful decorating skills. It's decorated wonderfully. No, we really love it here. Great spot, great town, great people. So, you know, we are actually taping this podcast today on September 11th. And so we want to do a little bit of a memory here. You know, it's 23 years after that tragic day in America, in American history. We would like to take a moment of silence to remember all of those who perished that day and the men and women who dedicated their lives to helping so many on that day. The first responders, the New York Police Department, the New York Fire Department. So let's please take a moment of silence. Okay, thank you. Much appreciated. So, on with the show. We have 3 topics of conversation today. First, we're going to discuss idioms in the United States. You know, like break a leg. And this was actually written in by a friend of ours, Burham, who owns Out of Hand Pizza. So, shout out to Burham for coming up with this show topic. Much appreciated. And remember, send your show topics to randomesque@gmail.com.
Good food there, too.
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Really good.
Great
He's in
pizza.
downtown Westfield, New Jersey, South Avenue, across from the train station.
Really excellent pizza. And an excellent cheesesteak outside of Philadelphia.
Yeah, we're going to taste that soon.
We are. We're going to be there
on the air.
On the air, October 2nd. We have a special show that day with our friend Burham and the Children's Specialized Hospital. They're doing a art fundraiser that we're going to be showcasing here on the show. More to come on that, but that's in the near future. Next, we'll have a visit from a new friend. We have a new friend. Did you know that?
We do have a new friend.
We do, yeah.
Who was our new friend?
I think he actually follows us, too. Jimmie the Moonificent is going to stop by. He is the psychic extraordinaire. So you want to be listening for that one.
Did you say psychic or psychotic?
No, psychic.
Okay.
Yeah, not psychotic, psychic. And I predict that will be a lot of fun. How's that? I'm making a prediction.
I hope you're correct. I believe you are.
And finally, we'll discuss weird rock band names and songs since we both, love music so much. And let's get on with the show. Paul, we get so much mail at our central facility in Northeast Philadelphia at Grant and the Boulevard.
Oh, by the way.
Yes.
I was just there. Did you know there's a place near there, like on Grant, called Nifty 50s?
Yes, I know it because
that place is.
That's literally up the street from where I grew up at Grant Academy.
Yeah, it's right by our central facility.
We used to go to a pizza place called Melvano's.
I remember Melvano's cheese fries.
Yeah, cheese. Oh, their cheese fries
were
terrific.
Yep.
And that was right next to General Grant's Saloon, but we were too young for that at the time. That was
legally.
Our high school. I never went there, actually. I never did go there. I used to go to Giro's all the time, between Giro's and Melvano's. But anyway, we digress. So that's a little history on Northeast Philadelphia. So, we get so much voluminous amounts of mail. We're going to answer it right here, some of it on the podcast. So it's time for...
Yo, Polly!
Okay, so our Yo Paulie first question. Yo Paulie, ever since you did that cheesesteak podcast thingy, I've been wanting to inquire, because, we need to know, or our viewers need to know these things, Paul.
Yeah, I'm willing to help,
What varietal wine pairs best with cheesesteaks? Signed, Wine Pairing Harry in Brentwood, California. And go Yanks.
Well, Harry, personally, I think you drink beer with cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I'm guessing, you can have a nice Merlot or a Zinfandel.
I think a Merlot would pair very well. I think a nice Chianti would do well with.
Would be good. Just stay into the red category because it is.
I would say it's staying. Yeah, it's a meat. Yeah, so it is still pairing it with meats, and you have the onions and the cheese. So, it would go very well. I think a nice Chianti. Even a Tempranillo from Spain would be really nice because that's a little more earthy.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a Merlot guy, so we'll stick to that.
But Merlot's good, and the Zinfandel has a nice peppery taste to it, especially out there in California.
Remember that bogus stuff they make? They still make it white Zinfandel.
Well, you don't want to be drinking white Zinfandel. That's headache stuff. But the Zinfandel vine is the first vine that was brought into the U.S. out in the Sierra Nevadas, and it can survive pretty hot temperatures because out in the Sierra Nevadas in the summer, it gets pretty temperate. And that's where you get the big, bold Zinfandels that you mentioned, Paulie. So I think that would be a fine pairing. I actually like that recommendation.
And I like that name, Zinfandel.
Zinfandel sounds kind of cool.
It does.
Yeah. There's some Ravenswood's very good. Klein has very good Zinfandel. You should check out the U.S. Zinfandels. Anyway, let's move on to our next Yo Paulie. Yo Paulie, as the pennant races heat up in baseball, a sport we both love, I was kind of wondering if you were a baseball broadcaster, Paulie, doing play-by-play, what would be your signature home run call? Signed, baseball-crazed Craig in Cooperstown.
Well, Craig, I really don't have a home run call.
But if you had one, what would it be?
Well, they say that, what is it? What's the form of flattery?
Oh, yeah, it was when you imitate somebody.
Imitation, yes.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
That's right, imitation is the best form of flattery. I gotta say Harry Callis when he goes, that ball is out of here.
Michael Jack Schmidt, right? Yeah, it's fun stuff. I like, John Sterling. He's classic on the Yankees. It is high. It is far. It is God.
Do you remember when he's getting late?
A home run.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a text message from Texera.
Do you remember as he was getting towards the end of his career, he said, it is high, it is far, and it was a pop-up?
Oh, yeah. Well, it happens. Hey, it would happen to any of us because, sometimes the angles of the ball is hard to tell.
Well, so the guy was hitting 125, so maybe
there you go. And here's the cool thing. John Sterling is coming back for the playoffs.
I heard.
To do play-by-play.
I heard.
When we had Harry Callis with Richie Ashburn, and you have Susan Waldman and John Sterling. These are just classic radio. In fact, again, I love listening to baseball on the radio, and I do when I'm barbecuing. So,
who's your favorite? I know we're going off on a tangent, but who's your favorite Yankees broadcaster ever?
I would say John Sterling, without a doubt. He's just very quirky and funny, and I love all the names that he comes up with for all the players. One of my favorites was Todd Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Or no, Frazier goes down. It's just,
I'm going a long ways back, but I really like Bill White.
Bill White. Who did he broadcast for? The Phillies?
Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees.
Played for the Phillies, played for the Yankees.
Okay.
He broadcast for the Yankees. He was also the American League president for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, useless information.
I learned something. Yeah. But I also didn't really start truly following the Yankees until about 95 when Seamus was little and we were living here in North Jersey.
Before you were that's when you were poisoned.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I think I got reality.
There you go.
Anyway, we have one more Yo Pauly, and it's Yo Pauly. I heard you're having Ricardo Roig on the show, the artist. We are going to have Ricardo on at a future date. We're probably looking at a November show with Ricardo. We had to shuffle some of our schedules. So anyway, what they were wondering about painting, did you ever paint anything, Pauly? And that's signed Vincent, hey, gas makes Van Gogh.
Oh, man.
Mr. Van Gogh, Mr. Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Mr. Van Gogh. Remember?
Yeah, I have. I've painted my living room. I've painted my bathroom.
Yeah.
I've painted my family room.
Yeah.
So I've painted a lot.
That's awesome. But that's good. You have to do that. My father is a chemist, and he was in the paint industry with Roman Haas for 50 years.
There were some issues with that place.
So he and I were always, we would, when we moved, the 17 times that we moved in 33 years, my father and I would always, do the new fresh paint for the houses and or apartments or wherever, we were moving.
And you may find this weird. I find painting therapeutic.
Yeah.
I really do.
If I were going to be in the trades, it would definitely be in the painting world, without a doubt. That would be what I would choose for my trade.
Actually, I'd be an electrician.
Yeah. I mean, printing kind of falls into a trade, but there's a lot of marketing involved as well.
Are you shocked by that?
What?
That I'd rather be an electrician.
That you'd rather be an electrician? Oh, gosh, sorry. Totally right over my head. Was that you? Did you say that?
I did say that.
Okay. So, anyway, I got you. Yeah, that was shocking. I totally missed that one.
Woo!
Woo! Hey, if snail mail is not your kind of gig, and you want to join the random fandom, and email us your Yo Pauly questions to randomesque@gmail.com. That's randomesque@gmail.com. Thank you. Hey, we would like to thank our sponsors, the New Jersey Festival Orchestra. Join them for their 2024-2025 concert season. Visit them at njfestivalorchestra.org. That's njfestivalorchestra.org. Tickets are on sale now. And later in the show, we'll talk about their first concert coming up on the 27th of September. More to come on that later in the show. And Florham Park Dental Excellence with my partner here, Dr. Paul Banks. Visit them at florhamparkdental.com. That's florhamparkdental.com for more information. What do you like to say?
We make smiles, beautiful smiles, you can see for miles.
I can see for miles and miles. I can see for miles.
Who sings that?
And miles. Exactly. I can see for miles and miles. Anyway.
He didn't bite this time.
Yeah, I did not. No.
Oh, you figure after the fifth time you figured it out.
I figured it out. Anyway, Minuteman Press in Clark, New Jersey, with me, Jim Mooney, and my son, Seamus. We are your branding and printing partners. Visit us at nj213.minuteman.com. That's nj213minuteman.com.
And I want to add quickly that those mugs that you made for us,
yeah,
We got 3 new patients.
Nice.
That came in and they said they loved the mugs, and that's what brought them in.
And guess what? Just figure out the ROI on that. It probably cost you about a nickel or so per mug.
Well, we filled them with candy, which is kind of ironic.
It is kind of ironic, a little counterintuitive.
Hey, well, you know what I always say? Enjoy the treats, but don't forget to brush and floss your teeth.
Yes, he does. So thank you for that. We love hearing those wonderful merchandising, promotional product stories. Send those in too. No, and also we, all the set here. So our backdrop, the embroidered shirt, the screen printed shirt, the magnets, and Paul, look, I finally branded our microphones with the Random Ass Podcast.
I see that. That's really cool.
Do you feel special now?
Oh, I always feel special when you're here.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Wow. Anyway, visit us at nj213.minuteman.com. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to get into our first topic of conversation today, what we like to call idioms. IDIOMS, idioms. So you know the proper spelling.
That's pretty close to what I am.
Yeah, you are an idiom. That's why I was spelling it out to make sure that everybody knew out in Randommy land.
You make a trade
I wasn't calling you an idiot.
Now you make a trade for a consonant, fits me perfectly.
But you are kind of an American idiot, like Green Day.
Can be that.
Yeah, you can.
Thanks, Billy Joe.
Just saw them in concert back in July in New York. Amazing. Anyway, and again, thanks to Burham for this show topic, sending this in through the randoms@gmail.com email address. So thank you. So let me give a little bit of a background on, what an idiom is. It's a phrase that is common in a language or culture that means something different from how it literally sounds. So an example, the early bird gets the worm means being the first to do something, usually means getting the best choice of the outcome. So, the early bird gets the worm. Early Burham.
The early Burham makes the pizza.
Yeah, we just made up a new idiom. The early Burham gets the pizza and sauce and dough. He makes all the dough, doesn't he?
He makes the dough.
He makes a lot of dough.
He makes more dough than we do.
Yeah, he definitely makes a lot of dough. Yeah, and it's good dough. It's very
good dough.
Yeah, he knows how to cook those pizzas. They are really good.
We have to do that thing we did before where we cooked pizzas at his place that night.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We taped that too.
And we had good wine pairings that one.
I think that went into some mystic vault or something. We never really saw that again.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Well, Borum, can you answer to that, please?
Yeah, can you please let us know where those secret tapes are, and maybe we can dig them out of the vault and we can show them here on the show.
I think Les Trent may have
Les
them.
Trent might have them. Yeah, over at CBS. I think he does.
He may.
Yeah. I think he's got. I think that's where they are. I don't think they're in Jimmy Hoffa's vault.
Shout out to Les Trent, our friend and correspondent for Inside Edition.
Absolutely. Hi, Les.
Hi, Les.
Hope all's well. All right, I'll say it. Go Buffalo. I know you like the Bills, so I'll be nice. And I was rooting. We were together with Burham this weekend, and I was rooting for the Bills with Burham. So.
And the proper thing is to call them Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you for schooling me, Paulie.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So let's get into idioms. So go ahead and give us some idioms. Idiom?
Call me an idiom?
No. Well, yeah, sort of.
Well, how about raining cats and dogs?
Yeah, that's kind of
and the theory is that this comes back. It goes back to 17th century England, where it would just rain so hard and debris and just stray animals would come all over the place, and so today we use it to describe heavy rain.
So the bodies of the stray animals would wash away, right?
Yeah, and you know what? The other day, last week when it was raining so hard, I said it was raining cats and dogs. It was raining so hard I stepped in a poodle.
Oh, wow. That's a really bad dad joke. Wow, you are the king.
I am the king.
You are Attila the pun.
I am the king of bad jokes and, and useless information.
So maybe in the 17th century they would be like, bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
I'm not dead yet. You'll be dead in a minute.
Bring out your dead. Monty Python.
While the woman is swinging, swinging the cat against the wall.
Yeah, right. Wow. Why don't you go jump in that poodle? Any other idioms you want to talk about? I think you got a bunch of them.
I do.
We're not going to do them all, though.
Yeah, well, the other one is butter someone up. You could also use that if you're on the beach one day and you want to put some suntan lotion on.
Yeah.
I heard that. I really heard that expression. But,
really? Well, who said that?
I can't.
Okay, you can't divulge.
I can't mention names.
You have a secret, sworn secret there.
And apparently this has roots in ancient India, and I didn't really know that they cooked with butter there, but. I wasn't sure.
Do you know where the first French fries were fried?
In Greece.
In Greece, yes, in Greece. That's right.
But the no,
I had to throw one in.
Evidently, people throw butter balls at statues, statue of the gods to seek favors.
Wow.
And now it means if you want to flatter someone, or if you want to just BS and get what you want.
Is that kind of like butterball turkeys? I guess it's not that, huh?
You're like way off.
Yeah, I am way off.
But butterball turkeys are actually good.
They are good.
They are good.
I thought that might be buttering someone up, like a turkey.
Well,
your turkey.
Well, you could butter someone up if the turkey is the someone.
Yeah. Did you know that Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be our national bird?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And then we found out on WKRP in Cincinnati the hard way, turkeys don't fly.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Les Nessman, right?
Wasn't that? Was that? Lonnie Anderson was in that.
Lonnie Anderson. Boy, we really just go off on random topics.
I know.
We? So I think you got another one there on your sheet you wanted to talk about.
Bite off more than you can chew, and apparently the derivation goes back to the 1800s with tobacco chewers biting off more tobacco, and right now it's like the common meaning is just doing more than you can.
Yeah, true.
Which was what kind of we do on a daily basis.
Yeah, pretty much. We're always running at a pretty fast pace,
But it's
But it's fun.
It's fun.
We like what we do. We love what we do. The interesting thing here, because, the whole 9 yards, I think a lot of folks think that has to do, and I included, I thought, it might have to do with football. But it's actually the exact origin, as they're saying here, is debated, but a popular theory ties it to World War II fighter pilots whose machine gun belts were 27 feet, 9 yards long. Or 9 yards long. So if a pilot used all their ammunition, they'd go the whole 9 yards.
Jim, I'm gonna dispute that.
Yeah, what are you gonna say? What do you think it has to do with?
The derivation of the whole 9 yards.
The derivation. You must have been talking to Seamus.
Yeah, well,
you're coming up with some.
When you hang out with smart people, sometimes
big
you get
words. Lots of what do they call them?
Polysyllabic?
Syllables in there.
Polysyllabic,
Yeah.
yes. Polysyllabic.
Oh, I know her. I saw her the other day. Hi, Polly. Along came polysyllabic.
You also know Patty O'Furniture?
I do, yeah. That's the first Irishman out at springtime.
No, the whole 9 yards was because it takes 9 yards to make the average size dress.
Ah, I did not know that.
That is...
You're saying... So you're disputing my factual based, information here. That's okay.
Well, yeah, because what I told you is what's actually factual.
Okay.
No, I don't know. No, I mean there's probably a million different.
So we had like a little bit of a debate going on with Barham the other day about the origin of this term, But I'm going to give what I know as the truth for the, that this is the origin of this term. Because I learned this in college U.S. history at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia.
Very fine institution.
A fine Jesuit education I received. I actually did have a lot of liberal art classes.
Did you know I went to a Jesuit institution as well?
I did, because you went to Georgetown.
Yes.
Yes, I did know that. And even though I was a marketing major, I took a lot of liberal art courses because that was required at St. Joseph's University. Anyway, my history teacher, who was a trivia buff, incredible, he told us the term okay came from Martin Van Buren, the president, because his nickname was Old Kinderhook. So he would sign everything okay, right? Like, because he lived in Kinderhook, New York, right? So they also called him because he brought on a recession back in the 1800s. His nickname,
I remember that recession.
Yeah, you probably do.
I do.
You were probably there with Bruckner, right?
I was.
Yeah, I think you guys were hanging out making some music.
I know. I had trouble getting I had trouble getting gas.
You actually don't look a day over 190, Paul.
I had trouble getting gas for my horse and buggy.
Yeah, you did. But the other name that he went by, because he started a recession, was Martin Van Ruin.
Is he from Boston?
No, he's from New York.
Wow.
Kinderhook. Yeah, that's where you get it. Okay, Old Kinderhook.
Oh, you said Martin Van Bruin.
No. Martin Van Ruin. Ruin. Like he ruined the economy, right?
Oh, gotcha.
That was, and you had Tippy Canoe and Tyler too, and all that stuff.
Yep.
All that stuff back then. Who knows? Who knows?
Apparently, we know a lot, however.
Yeah, we do. Any other ones you want to talk about there?
Cost an arm and a leg.
Oh, I know the origin of this one.
Dad,
but I want to hear what you say.
Well,
I know the origin of this one. Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. No, you can say it. That's what I know is the origin, because I learned this in a museum. And I'm hoity-toity. I'm hoity-toity and go to museum.
Back in the 18th century, it was when I believe it's when they painted portraits, they left out the arm and the leg because it would cost a lot more money.
That's correct.
To that I actually knew. I mean, I know we have little cheat sheets here, but I did know that.
I did know that as well. Yes, I did. And also the term throw in the towel comes from boxing. That's in our notes too.
Well, back to the...
But I knew that one because I watched Rocky. And I watched all 9 million Rockies. I'm kidding. I didn't watch them all.
The problem with costing an arm and a leg is it's really hard to walk around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really hard to do anything.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
What if it cost your left arm and your right leg?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Got to balance yourself, man. It's all about balance, life balance.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, let's see. I think we're good on the idioms. So hopefully we have schooled you here today on idioms. If you have any idioms you'd like to know about or want to school us on, remember, send it into randomesque@gmail.com.
So I'm guessing that now we just have to bite the bullet and leave?
Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Wow. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, it's the mystical and magical Jimmie the Moonificent. Moonificent sees all and knows all. Moonificent is a psychic of epic proportions. Moonificent has not seen these questions before, but yet will divine the answer to all. Prior to knowing any question, these have been properly vacuum sealed in security envelopes that were prepared by the fine folks of Minuteman Press over in Clark. That means they were used a glue stick.
I don't think so.
Now, I give you Moonificent.
Silence, please, in order for me to fully concentrate. You're supposed to make noise. Paul.
Oh, me too.
Munificent bestows upon you, that your nose never know. The Santa and Asparagus Festival with overflowing porta-johnies. Okay, let's go to the first answer. I'm concentrating. The Energizer Bunny, a telemarketer, and your neighbor's leaf blower.
The Energizer Bunny, a telemarketer, and your neighbor's leaf blower.
That's right, the Energizer Bunny, a leaf blower from your neighbor, and a telemarketer. Let's see what the question is. These have been vacuum sealed over at Minuteman Press. Yucca. What are 3 things that never stop?
That was a good one there, Moonificent.
Okay, let's move on to the next answer, Paulie. Concentrating. I am very much concentrating here. I got it. Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak, not cheesecake. Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak. That's correct, sir. Yucca. Let's see what the question is to the great Moonificent. Answer. Ooh, what do you drive into the ground to commemorate the grand opening of a pizza parlor? Yucca. Moonificent casts upon you that your cheesesteaks are all cooked with overdone onions. Okay, moving on, sir. I need to concentrate. Okay, concentrating. The answer. Golf ball.
A golf ball.
Golf ball, yes. Do you golf, sir, kind sir?
Miniature.
Miniature. Okay. I thought I saw you over by the clown the other day. Anywho, let's see what the question is to the answer. What kind of black tie celebration do golfers attend? Yaga.
What? That's a great one.
Yeah, right?
That's a great one.
That's a great one, right?
That's a great one.
Yaga, that is, yes. Moonificent sees all, knows all. Yaga. Okay, let's go on to the next answer. I'm concentrating here, Polly. Polly, I say. A cup of coffee, a marathon, and your Uncle Jerry's stories.
A cup of coffee, a marathon, and your Uncle Jerry's stories?
Yeah, that's what I said. Don't you listen, man. A cup of coffee, a marathon, and your Uncle Jerry's stories. Should we see what the question is, Sir Polly?
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay. These are really vacuum sealed pretty nicely over there at Minuteman Press. What are 3 things that can go on forever?
There are a few others we can add too, you know. But
Yes, but Moonificent casts upon you and the audience that your Easy Pass malfunctioned at the Bon Jovi toll booth of the Garden State Parkway. Yucca.
that gives Easy Pass a bad name.
It sure does. Yeah, I guess it does, but we're not concerned with that right now, Polly. We need to do the final answer. I'm concentrating. Oh, I like this topic a lot. This is a good one. And the answer is a beer can.
A beer can?
Yes, that's what I said, fine sir. I said a beer can. Would you like to know the question, Polly?
Not just myself, but everyone watching would love to know.
Are you saying we have inquiring minds in the audience?
I'm saying we have minds.
We have minds in the audience. Okay. Well, let's see what the question is, Polly. What quenches your thirst after a long run?
Oh, that's another good one.
Yes.
Thank you, and I give you Moonificent,
Yes.
the best Moonificent ever.
Jimmie Moonificent now playing at the local theaters. Yucca. We'll see you next time, Polly. Thank you for having me on as your guest.
Oh, it's been your pleasure.
And say hi to Jim for me, please.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Hi, Jim.
For now, Moonificent needs to take off. Wow, Paulie, that Jimmie the Moonificent. Wow, what a psychic, right? Or really kind of psycho, I think.
He is, you know what?
He is a little nutty.
You know what?
Yeah.
He is one weird dude.
He is one weird dude, yeah. He's got a weird way of talking, too, doesn't he?
He does.
All the yigga stuff, it's kind of
You sound like him.
I've been practicing.
Practicing? That's
Yeah,
good.
I practice. I'm always practicing. Okay, so we're going to move on to our third topic of conversation today. Weird rock band and song names. I do a lot of driving around the area, and, I heard a Jethro Tull Aqualung come on the radio, and I'm like, wow, Jethro Tull and Aqualung, like so bizarre, right? And we'll get into this topic, but I just wanted to say, Paulie and I really appreciate music. In fact, in high school, I took music appreciation, and the teacher would say, "Do you want me to play some music?" And I would say, "I appreciate that." So again, as I'm driving around and delivering for the shop, these topics just hit me, spur of the moment. And so, I wanted to ask you a question. So a little bit of a random-esque,
That's surprising.
side gig here.
Sure.
Where's your best place for thinking, Paulie? Mine is definitely driving around in the car. Unfortunately, I get in the car and I just talked to Seamus and I get on the phone with him in the car because I can think better.
Well, I don't.
I don't know why. When I'm not in the shop because there's so much going on.
Well, I don't think.
You don't think?
I don't think.
Okay.
No, I'm.
You don't think,
A lot of
do
times sitting out back patio. I do that, and that's basically it. I mean, I don't have a specific place.
So you like
to think. I just any place that's kind of serene and quiet.
So you like to be out in nature, like in the sort of wild, on your back porch.
My back porch.
On your back porch.
There's so many animals around my
Are
back
there
porch.
animals back there?
Oh, I got everything.
Do you get any like black bears or anything weird?
I haven't any black bears yet.
Do you have any like giraffes or anything?
We had a hedgehog. No, we have not had a giraffe yet.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I would know that.
I guess you would see it popping up over the hedge, right?
Yeah, we have a land shark.
You have a land shark.
Yeah, we have
you
a
do?
land shark.
Oh wow! Does it come knocking at your door?
It does. It does. Land shark. Land shark.
Land shark. The dumbest Saturday Night Live skit of all time, but so funny. It's really bizarre. And what was like Led Zeppelin talking about a hedgerow? In your hedgerow,
Well, there's a bustle in your hedgerow.
There's a bustle in your hedgerow. What the heck is a bustle in your hedgerow?
I know. Is that another one of those idiomatic
Yeah,
expressions?
I think so. Yeah, I think that must be from England, one of theirs.
And now, I know well, I'll get to this as we go through our next topic, but I've kind of saw a name here and kind of can tie that in something else, but.
So, and even in that song, like the live version, why does Robert Plant ask, does anybody remember laughter? Well, he doesn't say it like that, but I did take a little bit of poetic license.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Why did he ask that?
I don't think he knew.
Do you remember laughter?
I remember laughter.
I always remember laughter because I'm laughing every day. Absolutely. Don't you laugh, Paul, every day?
Laughter is the best medicine.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And
as
he's a
stupid
doctor.
as my jokes are, sometimes people laugh at
He
them.
doesn't play one on TV, but he plays one in real life. So he's the opposite of that commercial.
I am the opposite.
He is. Anyway, let's get on to this fun topic of weird rock song and band names, and I'll let you start this one off, Paulie.
Well, this kind of ties in with an idiom, blind faith.
Blind faith, yeah, it does.
You trust someone without really
That's true. Wow.
knowing them, and I just
We've gone full circle on our topic.
I'm kind of smart.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I'm a fart smart. I'm a smart fella.
You know how to tie things together.
I do.
Yeah,
Tying loose ends
like
together.
you helped tie that. Jimmie the Moonificent.
Did you ever make tie-dye shirts?
We did, and actually they were doing those at the barbecue, but you and I did not partake this year in making tie-dye shirts because we were so bad at making them last year.
Do you remember the name of the dye they used to tie dyes when you were a kid?
Dye it?
No, real name.
The real name of a dye?
Yeah, it was the big dye we all used to make T-shirts.
No, I didn't. I didn't make them growing up. That was not allowed in my household. No
it was
way.
called Rit dye, and it all different
Bridget
kind
knows
of
what I'm
colors.
saying.
All different kind of colors. We used to buy white T-shirts and put rubber bands all around them.
Yeah, that's what they were doing over at the barbecue.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Well, so what else? What other names do you have?
Leonard Skinnard.
Yeah, Leonard Skinnard. So where did that come from?
That was, I believe, the name of their gym teacher in high school.
I'm prompting you.
Yeah, I know. The name of their gym teacher.
Where's that thing?
In high school.
Oh, it was. Oh, wow.
Yeah. But you know what? And the name I find to be up there with the weirdest ones, and most of you people, unless you're no music from the '60s, the Electric Prunes.
Yeah, that and the Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Strawberry Alarm Clock.
That's another weird one, right?
I always want to know. I'm sure you look it up. We can figure out how they derivations of those bands, but.
Do you think I have that kind of motivation?
No, not at all.
Okay, good. Thank you for
what do you
believing
have?
in me.
What do you have?
Actually, I wanted to point one out because it's a kind of a cool backstory in my world. So, Quicksilver Messenger Service. So, back in around, let's just call it 2007 or so, my wife, Barb, Seamus, and I went to see Spam-A-Lot at the theater in San Francisco. And before we went into the show, we started talking with a gentleman who was a guitarist from Quicksilver Messenger Service.
Oh, that's right. They're a San Francisco band. They were with the around the time of the Jefferson Airplane.
It was exactly.
Yeah,
it was really cool. And basically so he was talking with Seamus about music because at the time Seamus played trumpet in grade school and into high school, but I think it was only in grade school, actually, now I think about it. And they were talking about music, and what that musician was trying to do was in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco have the Guinness Book of World Records most number of guitarists on one stage, and he was bringing back like all the cool 60 bands and stuff. It was pretty cool. What a cool conversation. And then we saw Spam-A-Lot on top of it. What a great show that was.
Any others you got?
I got a million of them. We have a crack staff that does incredible work. They know how to do research on this kind of topic.
They just don't have the depth and knowledge that I have of music.
They are unbelievable.
Yeah, they have to do the research. Right?
They have to do the research, but they do it. And
they do it well.
They do it. They do it very well. But getting into Jethro Tull, that's like a 16th century botanist, right? Is like where the name comes from. And then they got these weirdo names for songs like Aqualung, like Locomotive Breath. Imagine if you had locomotive breath, how bad that would smell. That would be worse than being at what Moonificent said, that asparagus festival.
Imagine a combination.
Yeah. Imagine having eating asparagus and then having locomotive breath. on top of it.
You'd stink from both ends.
I'm actually making myself crack up over this. Oh my god! I mean, like, what a weird like. I think I would have to go get some, some breath mints.
You'd have to get some. You'd have to get some. You'd have to get some canned heat.
Hey, maybe you have some patients that have locomotive breath.
Get some canned heat down with that locomotive breath.
Hopefully they don't have any locomotive breath going on. And then there's Cross-Eyed Mary. Like, what's that? It's like, really?
That's a woman with ocular deficiencies.
I think so.
I'm guessing.
The other
ocular issues, I should say.
The other one that I think, so obviously love The Who, love Who's Next, but the first song, Baba O'Reilly, I mean, what a bizarre name for a song that, everybody calls Teenage Wasteland, but it's really Baba O'Reilly, and it has to do with the Maharishi or whatever, is what the song is named after.
Do you know one point in the song where he yells really loud?
Yes.
Well, I had set my alarm.
Do you do that outside?
No.
When you're out back, like
I do not.
When giraffe comes by.
When we used to
scream?
have alarm clocks and we set them to music. One morning I set the alarm clock, and as soon as it went off, that was him screaming.
Oh, really?
And that woke me up.
Don't cry, don't raise your eye. Are you talking about Won't Get Fooled Again? I think you mean Won't Get Fooled.
Yes, Won't Get
I'm
Fooled
like,
Again.
wait a minute, I don't remember him really
Won't
screaming.
Get Fooled Again.
That's why I had to sing a little bit of the song.
Here I am saying I know everything and I don't.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You're really smart, and I'm very impressed, like I say. So don't you worry about it, Paulie. I don't care what they say about you.
How about like not just band names? How about Stevie Wonder?
Yes. You know what his original name was?
Let's hear it.
Evetts Redknapp. Do you know what Evetts Redknapp is? Stevie Wonder backwards. That was really the.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it really is. He started out as Evetts Redknapp. So pretty cool stuff. And like one I want to bring up. So there's a group called Iron Butterfly, right? And they had a song called Inagata Davida.
For was it 15 minutes long?
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, no, it's like, Jesus.
That's long, it's all album
That's one of those, like, you could put the whole album on, just let it play.
Well,
you could go to the store and do your whole grocery shopping.
It was like,
and then come back and it's still on.
It was one of the sides of the album.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dazed and Confused live. Jesus, that's another 26-minute song. Like, who wants to hear that anyway? How the heck did that, Song Remains the Same become such a great album with that on it? And that whole Dead thing, I don't get that.
What Dead thing?
Like where they just go on and on and on and on. I'm like, I don't get that at all, the Grateful Dead. But anyway, I digress. I do like some Dead songs. I just don't like their jams per se. But anyway.
Do you like Fish? The band
I
Fish?
don't really know Fish, yeah.
Because they're the same kind of thing.
But I like the Fish.
You like the Fish.
I like the Fly Fish.
I was going to say, they don't have a band called Fly Fish, however.
But anyway, Inagata Davida, do you know how that term, where that came from?
I do not.
So they were on whatever hallucinogens they were probably doing in the 60s along with the banana splits. I don't know what that was, but anyway.
Wait, the banana splits?
Yeah, the banana, no, I'm just saying, I think they were on hallucinogens too, because they were kind of wacky, that show. Anyway, Inagata Davida was really supposed to be in a Garden of Eden, and it just came out all completely wrong, and they stayed with it, and that's where it came from.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, wow. I taught you something.
Wow, yes you did.
You may leave, Grasshopper.
You still had me at the banana splits doing acid.
You got the pebbles, so you get the pebbles.
Acid. When I was 7, I couldn't, my thought was, well, they're just really stupid. Not like, geez, I wonder if they're doing acid.
Who's that? The Banana Splits?
The Banana Splits.
Oh, yeah. They were definitely on something. I mean, with those guys just running around like Flegel, whatever, and
Someone I asked, this is about a month ago, was able to name every banana split.
I think Flegel's the only one I can think of, right? I think that was the elephant or whatever. But it was 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 bananas make a blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
And this is what formed our minds, people.
Yes, a lot of television. a
Sesame
lot.
Street.
Sesame Street.
Electric Company.
We are the first generation of Sesame Street, 1967, because, you know, I was the first. That was the first generation.
Do you remember that Sunday morning Davy and Goliath? Gee, Davy.
Gee, Davy. Oh. Goliath.
I like want to just. I mean, they were all like claymation. I just want
Gee,
to
Davy.
smash them.
Yeah, it was like, gee, Davy, I don't think you ought to do that. Goliath.
But
That
the
sounds a little more like
ultimate-
South Park, doesn't it?
But the ultimate claymation.
Claymation. Oh my God.
Ultimate claymation. Gumby and Pokey.
He once was a little green slab of clay. Gumby. Anyway, and then the Beatles. Everybody's got something to hide except for me and my monkey. Like, what is that? On the White Album, right?
Well, the monkey apparently is very transparent.
It is.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to hide.
What's that? And then I love Joe Walsh's song, but it's kind of an interesting name, Funk number 49. I do like that song. I Am the Walrus is another one. And obviously Pink Floyd, that's actually two jazz musicians, how they formed that name. I forget the two names of the jazz musicians, but that's where they came up with Pink Floyd.
So this goes deep into the annals of the Steve Miller Band, but on his album The Joker, he had a song called Shababadoo Ma Mama.
Oh, wow.
Great bass line in that song, but Shababadoo Ma Mama, and another Steve Miller song with The Joker. And you want to talk?
Yeah.
And I know we didn't mention this, but best lyric, best lines. I really love your peaches when to shake your tree,
Right.
man.
It's pretty cool. I actually saw in California one time, I saw a walnut tree shaker machine. It was really cool. And it would go, and all the walnuts would fall down. So I understand the peach reference, except for it was walnuts. And it was Northern California. It wasn't probably in Georgia that he might be talking about. Anyway, I digress. Any other ones you want to talk about? Because we're going to move on, and we want to thank our sponsors.
No, I think, well, one more, A Whiter Shade of Pale.
A Whiter Shade of Pale, yeah. Yes,
Remember what movie that was the soundtrack
That
of?
was in
Great movie. They went to
Big-
Michigan.
No, The Big Chill. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know. I actually saw that in the movies, so that's a really
What a
good
cast
film.
of stars.
That was. And you know who was in that but got cut out? Kevin Costner was in that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He played unfortunately the guy that passed away in the casket, but he never made it into the film. So yeah,
I guess if they edited, he won't come.
you know, we're just fonts of useless information here on this
Useless.
show. This is what we do. This is what we were brought up to learn. So
Do you know I filled up a jar today? I filled it up halfway with water.
okay,
Was it half empty or half full?
I don't know. What was it?
I'm an optimist. It was half full.
It was half full. Yeah, I would
Pessi-
say.
you know, the pessimist says it's
I
half
thought
empty.
I
The
thought
thirsty guy just drank the whole thing.
I knew there had to be something in there. I knew there, especially if it was beer. Forget it. Who cares? That's definitely optimistic, right?
I've never seen you have a beer that was half empty or half full.
It's true.
It goes from, it's like when Jim cracks open a beer, it's like these drag racers go to like 0 to 300 in seconds. Man, by the time that crack of the opener, it's gone.
It's a Coors Light, and I've had some practice in life. I do love Coors Light, and I need to make a trip out there to see the mecca of beer, Coors Light. Anyway, thank you for being a part of this third topic.
Yes, thank you all.
We would like to thank the New Jersey Festival Orchestra and their first concert of the season, Hollywood Fantasy meets, as we learned from the maestro, Bruckner's Dream World. Internationally acclaimed virtuoso cellist Momo joins New Jersey Festival Orchestra to present Tans Dunn's award-winning cello concerto from Ang Lee's Oscar-winning mystical martial arts film Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, as we celebrate who, Paulie?
We celebrate Bruckner's 200th
Bruckner's 200th birthday. And that's taking place on Friday, September 27th, 7 p.m. Paul and I will be in attendance. St. Helens Church in Westfield, New Jersey. To get tickets, visit njfestivalorchestra.org. That's njfestivalorchestra.org. Tickets are on sale now, folks. And Florham Park Dental Excellence with my partner here, Dr. Paul Banks. Visit them at florhamparkdental.com for more information. florhamparkdental.com. And Minuteman Press of Clark with me, Jim Mooney, and my son, Seamus. We are your branding and printing partners. Visit us at nj213.minuteman.com. That's nj213.minuteman.com. And of course, as always, we'd like to thank our fantastic Random S team, especially for all the research that they provided for this show today. So we'd like to thank Ange Mooney, who is our producer, production and editing, Bridget Hanlon, and our executive producer, Seamus Mooney. Join the Random Fandom and catch us on Spotify. And for us, Jim and Paul, where we like to say, hey, randommies, always stay random-esque. It was very random meeting you, and now you're a part of our lives, the Random family.
Don't forget to follow.
That's right. Follow us on Spotify. Thank you. Have a great day.
Great day, everyone.
Have a topic you would like the Random-esque podcast to discuss randomly? Please email us at randomesque@gmail.com. That's RANDUMBESQUE@gmail.com. This has been the Random-esque podcast, produced by Moonrock LLC. And remember, always stay random-esque.